Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is your favorite Glammy. I am back. It has been a minute since I last posted a video here on YouTube. 6 months to be exact, and I'm sorry. I know I keep apologizing and I keep promising that I'm going to be consistent, but life happens and it gets in the way, and unfortunately, YouTube has to take a back seat. But I'm back, and that's the important thing. So today I thought I'm gonna sit down and give you guys a rundown of what I've been up to the last 6 months, just a catch-up session and some exciting news, some announcements to make. And so if you want to listen to what I've been up to, grab a chair, get yourself something to drink. I've got my green tea here. And yeah, let's keep it going. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And so yes, so what have I been up to? The last 6 months have been, I don't know, it's been so confusing at times because it's been so full of up and downs. I've had a couple of challenges, but I've also had so much good news, so many things happening. And let's start with the first thing. So that we can keep this video going. So beginning of the year, I think it was it Feb or March, I can't remember, they finally announced the country that will be hosting the Mrs. Universe this year, and it is Seoul, South Korea, and I am so excited, you guys, you have no idea. Every time I think about that and the fact that I get to go and walk on an international stage on one of the biggest international pageants in the world, representing my beautiful country, South Africa. I'm so filled with emotions. I'm filled with so much gratitude, and I understand the responsibility that comes with such an opportunity, and I just want to make the best of it and just do well and do best and represent South Africa best. And it's so funny how everything happened, because prior to them announcing actually that South Korea would be the hosting country, like months before that, I think from late last year or so, I just started watching Korean dramas and movies, and I don't know why. I know why. So there was a series, or there is a series on Netflix. I think it's called The World of Marriage or something like that. That's what started it all. And after I watched that series, I just was hooked, on Korean drama, and it's just been one of those. So from The World of Marriage, I jumped from there. I went to Terrace House, which is almost like Big Brother Korean version. And I watched all of them. I just binge watched everything. And so I've always wanted, to go to Korea. I've always wanted to visit the country. The same with Tokyo. So it's one of my dream destinations. And I kind of feel like I manifested that in a way, because, I just kind of started just learning more about the culture and them as a people and who they are. And then they announced that we're going to South Korea. So I am so excited. I will be there for about 8 days. So the pageant will run for about 8 days, from the 27th of November all the way until the 5th of December. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to traveling once again. And just, fighting the cause and the reason why I entered the pageant in the first place, which is domestic violence and abuse. And I cannot wait, you guys, I cannot wait. So preparations are in full swing, getting sponsors, as well as just spreading the word out there, interviews lined up, as well as some charity work lined up. It's a little bit difficult at the moment, with COVID, especially the Delta variant, because it is so easily transmissible. And my family and I actually caught COVID. And so the month of July, we basically lost a whole month because we had to isolate, and it was scary. It was so scary. And it was one of those moments where you basically, you have to kind of realize what's important, in life, because, sitting here thinking back, I often think, how it would have been if me or my husband had passed away. leaving the kids, or both of us had passed away. You know, so many people that caught this variant of COVID, they don't make it. And so we are very, very grateful for life and the fact that we're here and we're able, you know, to move on with life. And I'm so grateful to God for that. It was such a big eye-opener. I don't know what's happening with my voice, excuse me. It was such a big eye-opener, but also it just made us realize, you know, that there's so much that we need to be grateful for and so many things that are important. I've had a couple of photo shoots happening. We had an official Mrs. Universe photo shoot that happened in May. You know, we have to kind of submit some photos to the international organization, so that was fun. I got to judge my first pageant, you guys. I got to judge my first pageant thanks to Ruan and Liam, who put it all together, and it was such an experience. It was so different to be on the other side, you know, of the pageant, sitting there and judging. And listen, I think judging is more, it's tougher than actually, you know, competing, because you have so many people in front of you that are so beautiful, so intelligent, so talented. It actually is difficult to choose just one person. And so, yeah, I have a newfound respect for people who judge pageants, because it is not easy. And I also had an opportunity to shoot a movie. I do not have lines. I don't have lines. It is an Afrikaans movie. And I basically was acting, or I got the role of being like a recovering alcoholic, a very high profile recovering alcoholic, which was so fun. I got to, you know, work alongside Liz Meering, who is such a phenomenal actress in South Africa. I mean, everybody knows who she is. And that was amazing. And it also just kind of gave me that opportunity to see, you know, what happens behind the scenes in terms of a movie. You will probably see me, you know, there's a couple of scenes that we shot, but it takes so much effort, it takes so much commitment, you know, to make the character come alive. And it's something that I would like to do again. Some news. So recently I got recognized as a Play Your Part ambassador by Brand South Africa for the role and the activism that I do when it comes to gender-based violence, which is the highest recognition that I could have ever asked for. It's something I don't take for granted. You know, there's so many people doing such amazing work out there. To be honored and to be given that recognition is so incredible. And, you know, I'm just hoping to continue the work that I started doing when it comes to gender-based violence. I've got so many plans. You know, from here, I mean, when I started my journey with Mrs. Universe South Africa already, you know, beyond after my reign. And so it's something, as you guys know, that's very close to my heart, that's very personal, because I am a survivor myself. Having said that, I will be launching a digital space, a digital program where, you know, the whole basis of the program or the sessions is to give victims a place where they can feel safe and share their stories of abuse, but also give professionals an opportunity to kind of break down to your everyday person, you know, how complex abuse is, because a lot of us, we all have our misconception and our own ideas of what abuse is, but there's so much into it that we don't know, that I'm still learning about. But also to give the men an opportunity and a platform for them to speak out, and we want to hear how they feel, you know, seeing this happening to women. I mean, we all come from women, you know, we all come from mothers. And so men need to speak up on it, because at the end of the day, it is them, you know, that are being the abusers. And so this is actually a men's conversation. So I'm very excited to be launching that pretty soon. Actually, in the next 2 days or so, I'll be launching it on my social media platforms. So look out for that. I'm going to have some incredible guests and professionals and all of that. And I'm hoping that I will be able to take it from digital to actually sessions in person. You know, with COVID, it's a little bit difficult to do that, and so that's why I'm launching it digitally first, and then we'll see what happens from there. And then I also got to be a contributor to an anthology on gender-based violence by renowned author Sunyati. Oh, sharing my story, seeing it in black and white, it's incredible. It's a book called When Secrets Become Stories. And I really, really would like to encourage all of you to get yourself a copy. If you would like a copy, you can contact me on my email address. I'll leave it in my description box. It is an incredible book, and the contributors that I had the opportunity to work alongside, it's phenomenal women in South Africa, from, you know, all from different races, different backgrounds, professions. And the beauty about it is that, you know, we all talk about abuse from a different perspective. You know, for me, it was with an intimate partner. For some of these women, English won't let me be great. Sorry, but for some of these women, it was abuse that they endured at work, you know, in a workspace. And this just goes to prove that as women, we're not safe anyway. We're not safe in our homes. We are not safe at work. Even the system, the judicial system, has let us down. So where are we safe? And so to have this opportunity to share my story, I mean, it's such an important part of what I'm doing. Yeah, like I said, guys, preparations are in full swing. We are going to South Korea. I will be announcing the designers once all the designers and all the sponsors have been confirmed. I'll be announcing who's coming on board, and I actually want to take you guys along this journey of mine, you know, these couple of weeks before I leave, just to give you insight of what goes on behind the pageant, before, you know, preparations before you actually go and compete overseas. There's so much work that happens that a lot of people don't get to see. You just see, you know, the final show, which is very glitzy and glammy, but people don't realize how much it takes to prepare and to make sure that you know, you're gonna do your best. So I'm gonna start vlogging. It's not something that I'm used to, but I have to do it because I want you guys to be a part of it. I mean, you guys have been a part of this ever since I started the journey of Mrs. Universe South Africa, and so it's only fair that I bring you along with me. I'm planning a couple of things. So fittings, for instance, when I go for my fittings for my outfits, I'll take you with me. You know, when I'm packing, when I'm preparing for my talent show, because I have to present a piece on talent, as well as I need to prepare a presentation on domestic violence and abuse, which I will be presenting in a panel of judges of about 500 people or so. So it's a lot of pressure, but it's one of those issues that's very close to my heart, that I'm very passionate about. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult to do it. I mean, the nerves are always going to be there, that's a given. But I can tell you right now that, you know, it's the one thing that I'm very excited about, as well as my national costume reveal. Oh, I cannot wait for that to happen. I'll let you guys know when it will be done, and what's happening around that, and how it's going to be revealed. It's going to be so exciting. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go show the world what South Africa is made of. I don't have a doubt that the world knows, because I mean, South Africa is just one of those incredible countries that has incredible people. Like, oh, I love this country so much. You know, we've gone through so much. I mean, July was so traumatic. I think we all need to go for therapy, and I'm not even joking. I think we all have a little bit of trauma from what happened, with so much violent acts that happened, you know, people losing their lives, people losing their livelihoods. Sure, it was something scary to witness, and I know that it happened, and I think that we can all agree that, you know, there are some underlying issues that we obviously need to deal with as a country. But in true South African form, you know, we saw your everyday superheroes saying, no, this is not going to happen under my watch. This is not happening in my country. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to do something. I mean, that Rebuild SA initiative, that is so amazing. The three co-founders who just, you know, just decided it's not right. You know, what's happening is not right. And that's the true spirit of South Africa, and the true spirit of Ubuntu, and that's what South Africa is all about. And so I know we will rebuild. I know we will get there. We're very passionate people. You know, we have so much heart. I don't think there is a nation that has heart like South Africa. We love hard. We fight hard as well. And we love hard. I think we're the funniest country. We don't take ourselves too seriously. I'm tearing up because you know, it makes me so emotional because I love this country. This is where my roots lie. This is where my ancestors are, you know. And so, yeah, man, I want to see the country winning and thriving. My kids live here, man. It's home. So yes, let me stop talking, guys, because this, yeah, it's turned out to be a longer video than I anticipated, than I wanted to, but it's okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support so far. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Like I said, there will be content coming your way, consistent content for a change. I promise you it's coming. Take care of yourselves, please. Stay safe. Make sure that you are sanitized. Keep social distancing and your masks on, and keep that heart that you have, keep that going, let that shine through, you know. Keep us laughing, South Africa, because I love you guys, and I'll chat to you soon. My green tea is getting cold, so I'm gonna go and drink my cold green tea, and I will be in touch with you guys hopefully. Yeah, well, not hopefully, there will be some content coming soon. Take care.